Welcome to the Anthony Brandon Show, everybody. Today, my special guest, Andrew Melchor. Melchor, my bad, bro. My bad. Andrew Melchor.
Damn.
How's it going,
It's,
man?
it's going good. It's going good.
It's a tough last name to pronounce, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I was just telling him my professors or my teachers would say Melchor, and the first thing he did is say Melchor.
Yeah, exactly, man. But anyways, man, how for all the audience that might not necessarily know who you are, man, who is Andrew Melchor?
Like, oh, can I cuss?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
alright.
ahead, yeah.
Who's Andrew? I guess just born and raised in LA. Trying to make it out here like everybody else. Trying not to work 9 to 5. Trying to not have a boss.
Nice.
You know.
Well, and you are in the photography field, right?
Yeah, I like. I mean, I love photography, but I know it's a very saturated market.
Definitely, man.
So
Especially nowadays with
yeah,
everyone doing it.
yeah. So I'm trying to do something. I have a clothing brand as well, which is also a very saturated market. 'Cause every kid every kid wants to start their own brand, but
I agree, man. I agree,
yeah.
man. But yeah, definitely, man. I admire the hustle, man. Like from you and like everyone here. People can't see them right now, but like the other side of like the whole Nifty squad, you know, the Nifty fits.
Yeah, the Nifty fits.
Yeah. How did that come about, man?
Well, it kind of just started for fun when I was in college around 2013. And it was just me and my one of my friends. We started the Nifty Fits, and we pretty much just started printing for fun, and it just kind of grew from there. And I brought more people into the team, so now I have somebody designing, Bobby designing, and I have my brother. He. I mean, everybody collaborates on the designs, but the main focus for everybody. My brother, he films, he does video, and then Rollis, he's also a designer and he's an artist as well. And I feel like I contribute. I mean, we all contribute a little bit to everything,
Yeah.
but I kind of do a little bit of everything. So, and mostly like the I guess the business side, like
Yeah.
the website, the Instagram, social media, all of that. That's pretty much what I do, and yeah.
Nice, man. So like from all the time you've had it, man, like what's been the biggest struggle within the clothing line? Like what's the biggest problem that you face?
I think the biggest problem is how saturated the market is. There's so many clothing brands, and it's difficult to stand out. You know, I mean, we're all trying to stand out, but at the end of the day, it's really difficult to be. I mean, everybody's trying to be original, but let's be real. Everything's
Everything's similar.
Everything's similar. It's been done, so we just have to improve on what's already there. You know.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I agree, man. So like with the Nifty Fits, it started what year exactly?
2013, which is why we use the number 13 on a bunch of our t-shirts and hats. So yeah, 2013.
Nice, man. And so like right now, I see like the logo has changed over time, and little by little things. I remember meeting you. I don't remember if it was. I think it was last year, right? I met you last
Yeah,
year.
it was like TFTI Halloween last year, I think.
Yeah. Wait, no. It wasn't. It was the filthy. Event.
Oh yeah, filthy. Yeah, shout
There
out
you
to
go.
Filthy Red Dot.
Or I don't know, whichever came first. Yeah, shout out to
Yeah.
you. And yeah, I remember meeting you there. But we had talked before that previously, like
Yeah.
on over social media, of course, like
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Instagram. And when we eventually ended up linking up, but I remember that so far, like I've seen a lot of things progress, man. Overall, with your work, with the brand and everything, man. I really admire what you have going on. With the Nifty Fits, where do you see yourself taking it? Like I see you just launched a new collection, right?
Yeah, so we just launched a new collection. The collection is sleep is for the dead. Fuck sleep. And pretty much the idea for that is that all of us work full time, 40 hours, 9 to 5, and so we got to get home and just keep on working. So we're constantly working, and so the lack of sleep is where the idea for fuck sleep and sleep is for the dead came from. But yeah, where do I see the brand going? I mean, we're just gonna keep pushing it, and we don't really have a. Well, I mean, I don't really know where it's going. to be honest. But
Where would you like to take it?
uh, I guess Melrose, Fairfax.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
I find it interesting. Like you're
everyone.
literally like
Yeah, it's just down the
down
street.
the
Yeah,
street. Yeah. Uh,
but
That's awesome, man. So like so far, what has been the best thing that's happened for you throughout your journey as a
for
photographer?
the best thing, I guess, the best things for my brand from my brand so far has been we saw Mac Miller wearing our hats, our hoodies, um a few other celebrities, not too big, but Manny MUA, he's a makeup artist. Who else? Stacy, she's like apparently Kylie Jenner's best friend or one of her best friends,
That's
and
awesome, man.
yeah, so those are probably the biggest. I wanted some of the proudest moments for the brand.
Yeah.
But as far as myself, for my photography, I feel like my portraits have improved a lot, and I've been getting consistent paid work, which is really good. And also, I shot Brandon Larracuente from 13 Reasons Why.
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that actually.
that was probably like one of the best accomplishments from my portraiture so far.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. So tell me, man, like at the moment, like what are your plans right now? What do you have going on?
Right now, I'm going to school for marketing. So I'm going for marketing, entertainment marketing, and promo. So I'm learning more how to do like promo cuts, like commercials, and just trying to get my foot in the door in the entertainment industry. So I feel like that's where it's at, And plus, I consider myself a creative, so that's why I found this program at Santa Monica College, and it's really difficult because I have to decide between shooting and my free time and going to school. So now I just work, go to school, and shoot when I can. But yeah, hopefully I get a better job than where I'm at now. Right now I do technical support. So
Yeah, I get you, man. I get you, man. But overall, like I admire like the presence and one of the things that I really admire that whenever I look at you and like your whole team, the whole Nifty Fits, I see like a team, Like I really admire that. Like for me personally, I've always since like as far as I can remember, I've always been a lone wolf. So a lot of times, even though like I manage to like because I spend a lot of time, so I'll be like making this show or photography or music or I've been all YouTube, like I started vlogging, like
yeah, yeah,
I've been all over the place. But one of the things that I like about you guys is that you guys are able to progress way more and way faster because you guys work as a team. Like one person can only take things so far.
yeah. And we do everything ourselves too, from like the designing to the screen printing and even sewing on the shirt, sewing tags. We do everything ourselves, so it kind of helps make everything cheaper
Yeah.
for us, and it helps us do more than
Yeah.
just limit ourselves, especially with quantities and stuff like that. So we can just print whenever we want.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like I remember a few years ago, I actually started about thinking I thought about, but I never actually did it. So shout out to you for that. But I thought about making a clothing line as well, but like I never knew where to start. Like there was so much. Like first you have to think about like where to get the t-shirts, and then you have to think about how to get the designs, like and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So personally, I was never able to go ahead and do that. But like how did you manage to find a way to start?
Well, I feel like just being in LA, we kind of have everything to start off. Just go to downtown LA and just buy blanks, start off from there. But yeah, that's pretty much where we started from, is downtown LA. Just that's where we got everything,
Yeah.
all the supplies that we needed. The screen printing, Craigslist, cheap little machine, but it worked. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, man, tell me, like, what inspires you, man? Like, what gets you out of bed in the morning, bro?
Fuck.
What are you inspired by? Whether it's, like, what inspires you on the daily?
I mean, just where I'm at. I'm not in a very good. I mean, I'm not doing bad, but I'm not where I want to be at. And just the fact that I live in an apartment and I want to live in a house. I want to buy a house. That's what inspires me. Seeing my parents work. From when I was a kid. My dad has 2 jobs. My mom works, and then she gets home and she also bakes and sells bread. So their hustle makes me want to work harder as well, and makes me want to give them a break.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. So like, who are some of the people that you look up to at the moment, man?
Mm,
Whether it's in your field or outside of the field, man. Who?
I don't have any specific people that I look up to,
Mhm.
but hip hop has they have a lot of, rapper, the lyrics, that's
Yeah.
what motivates me. They have a lot of, especially like, let me see who off the top of my head.
You feel like you can relate to these people.
Yeah. I feel like any hip hop artist, they're always hustling. So I feel like I can relate to most of them, even though, not specifically their lyrics, because some of them rap about some crazy stuff, but just they're always hustling, and I feel like, I mean, I know you watch Gary Vee, right? And
Yeah, definitely.
he like, he's in a completely different field, but he relates to hip hop artists as well, because he thinks like hip hop artists are the like the biggest hustlers out there, and it's true.
Definitely, man. Definitely. All right, Andrew. So I have this segment on the show where I showcase photographers' works, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to show the audience 3 pictures of yours that I really like. And
For
you're
sure.
going to go ahead and tell me, I want you to tell me like the story behind it. Like, see what went on that day or how it came about, Just tell
Yeah.
me the first thing that comes to your mind when you see these pictures, okay?
All right.
And the first one is actually this one right here. What do you got to tell me about this one right here?
So this is Brandon Larracuente, and he's an actor. He comes out in 13 Reasons Why. I honestly, I've never watched the show. But
You've never watched the
I've
show?
never watched the
What?
show.
Oh my God.
So
bro.
so it's kind of crazy. So I DM'd his girlfriend,
Okay.
and I saw, she had a big following. I saw she didn't have that many followers, but
Yeah.
enough to like potentially write back to me or see my message at least.
Okay.
So I mean, I do this all the time. Is
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just send a message and pretty much offer myself up as a photographer, just to expose myself and offer it for free.
Yeah.
And I offered myself to her. I said, like, if you ever need a photographer, hit me up. I'm down. I'm from LA. And she wrote back, and she was like, yeah, me and my boyfriend are looking for a photographer to do a couple shoot.
Yeah.
And so she tagged her boyfriend, and I saw who it was, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
And so
Was that after the show had already come out or before?
after
After
the show, yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't know who he was. I had to Google him and look through his page, and then I saw like he's an actor.
You're like,
I think he came out in Bloodline too.
I'm not sure. I haven't watched that one, but
I've never watched it either.
13 Reasons show is definitely, in my opinion, a great show, man. You gotta watch it, man. I can't believe you haven't watched it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much hype around it, but honestly, I watched the first episode and it didn't get my attention.
Really?
And yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
But yeah, that's how that happened. And then I think he was traveling for a bit, and when he came back, she hit me up and she was like, "Oh, we're ready to shoot." And so we met up. I think that was at Griffith Park. I forgot the exact location, but it was in Griffith Park for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they wanted to get something. They're not from LA, so yeah, Griffith Park. They're not from LA, so they wanted. I think they're both from Miami, I think, or Florida, but they wanted to get something outside of the city. So actually, she chose that location because it's actually kind of funny, but we're supposed to go all the way to the top. There's a garden.
Yeah.
And we ended up staying in the middle because it was way too high up. I was there first, and I still didn't get to the top. I was dripping sweat, and I sat down. I sat down for a bit, but they came up, and she was like, "It's kind of high up, and we liked this area, so we shot there." And since he's an actor, he pretty much directed the whole shoot. Like, to be honest,
Really?
yeah,
He took control of it.
yeah, he pretty much did everything. I was just a photographer, but
Were you pretty surprised at how much he was able to do, or how much input he knew how to
They
give?
made it easier to shoot because I mean he knew what to do, and he told her how to pose and everything. So it made the photo shoot go smooth and easy.
That's awesome, man. All right, let me show you another picture. All right, and this one right here. I actually really like this one. What's up with this one?
So that one is at FD Studios. Have you been there?
I've never been to FD
Studios. If you go on their website, they have a bunch of studios in downtown LA, and it's from San Bernardino, and she hit me up. I think I hit her up to shoot, and it was kind of like a studio has a flower background, and then it has that bathtub, and it has a bunch of different locations. So at first we were just gonna use the flower, and because I didn't know that the bathtub was in there, and we saw
Yeah.
the bathtub, and she got in, and so she got in the bathtub, and we took some photos. Yeah, it was a pretty dope shoot.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. All right, and let me see. What about this one, bro? I'm like, I honestly, I find it like amazing how like more of these pictures are able to come out.
On Instagram.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like I'm a fan of them. I have nothing against it, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know. Like,
So this was actually like it wasn't like a last minute shoot, but I hit her up that day and we shot that day. So there was not much planning to it, but I was like, I got some bubble gum in my car, some like that the actual that pink bubble gum, and then she wanted to shoot at night. So I mean, I like shooting at night, but I don't have any lights or flash. So this is the most lit location. Not like lit, like turned up, but like the most lit location I could think of.
yeah.
And she's from the East Coast, so she doesn't know LA either, and she liked that spot. And she was like, "I've been trying to shoot this jacket for a while," and that's pretty much how it came about. But I think she's done like nude shots before, so it's not something that like I never ask anybody. I've never asked anybody like, do you do nudes, or like, do you want to do, like, how do you feel about nudity and blah blah blah. But so yeah, and we're planning another shoot soon, so
That's awesome,
be on
man.
the lookout.
That's awesome, man. All right, man. But I definitely seen you like working with a lot of models lately. A lot of different people, like from guys to females. I've seen you work with a lot of people, man. That's awesome that I see you networking so much with everyone around here.
Yeah, thanks. Honestly, so I worked with one actress, and after I worked with that actress, it was kind of like a domino effect, and her friends hit me up, and their friends hit me up, and it's just been like that since like March.
Really?
And that's probably when I started focusing on portraits in March, and from there it's just been consistent people hitting me up. And at first I was cool with doing, with the TFP, the time for print stuff or whatever, the free shoots, but now I'm starting to charge people now.
They take it more a little bit more serious, like because you wanna make sure your time is valued.
Yeah, I needed to build up my work too, and now I have so many people, and honestly I have a lot of people that haven't even opened their messages. Yeah, because it's kind of overwhelming sometimes, and especially now that with my busy schedule with school and everything. Yeah, I only have weekends, so I put my paid ones first, and then the other ones second.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. So for you at the moment, man, what has been the biggest struggle for photography?
I think the biggest struggle is I feel like I'm not very good at storytelling yet, and I want to tell stories with my photos. Okay. I wish I had my own studio, and I wish I had the time to build my own like scene, like build my photo with everything there, purpose for a purpose.
Yeah, definitely, man.
But I think that's like the biggest struggle for me. I want to be more artistic with my photos. I don't want them to just be like a sick background and a sick edit.
I get you, man. That's awesome, man. Well, at the moment, man, like where do you see where do you see yourself like with photography, like in the future, man?
Honestly, I want to keep doing portraits for sure, but I'd like to work for brands. I'd like to work for like Adidas or any streetwear brand, and I'd like to travel. I'd like for my photography. I see a lot of like successful photographers, and they just travel and shoot.
Yeah, definitely. I met a lot of those.
Yeah. Like I just see their stories, and they're in China, and then they're the next week they're somewhere another place in the world, and they're just shooting, and they're getting like all these companies that just hit them up to work for them.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. It's just hard to figure out how to get your foot in the door.
I agree, man. I agree. But once you step in there, it's a whole different ball game. You want to go for higher and higher. But that's awesome, man. So like, tell me, man, like at the moment, what are some things that you'd like to accomplish?
Just in general,
just in general, yeah.
Um,
Like I know you have like your YouTube thing, right?
yeah, we have a YouTube channel. Um, but it's kind of hard to upload interesting videos when we're all working, you know.
Yeah.
So I guess for sure I wanna finish school. I mean, I already have a degree. I have a degree already, but I want to finish school, the program I'm in right now, so I can learn more about editing video, cutting promos, and there's a few storytelling classes, which is one of the reasons I'm in that program because I want to get better at telling stories, like I said before.
Yeah.
Um, finish school, and after that, just I don't know. I'm the type of person that just goes with the flow, you know.
Goes with the flow. See where life will take you.
Yeah, I don't really plan much, but
I get you, man. I get you, man. All right, Andrew. So tell me, man, like about like growing up here in LA. Were you born here in LA?
yeah, I was born and raised here in LA. I grew up in like the Mar Vista area till I was about like 14, and then I've been in Mid City since. That's why we're repping Mid City hard in our some of our designs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean LA is. Uh, I've never been anywhere else, but LA. I mean I've traveled to like Seattle and I
Few other
think
places.
that's it.
You're like, oh, that's it. Okay.
Dallas, I think, but it was just the airport pretty much. But yeah, so I don't really have anything to compare it with.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love LA. I don't think I'd ever move out of LA.
Yeah.
A lot of
Honestly, man.
people here want to move out,
Really?
but yeah, they want. I mean, some people say like New York.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
like
can
the
see.
city from city.
I feel like that would be the only city that I could see people wanting to move to.
Yeah,
Yeah, but definitely, man. Like personally, me, like even me, like this is definitely for me. It just seems like the place to be, man.
yeah.
Like,
Literally, most of the people I've shot with are not even from LA.
exactly.
They're from yeah,
me. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Especially like the actors.
Yeah.
Because I've shot a lot of actors and actresses.
Yeah.
They're not from LA, and they're usually either from out of state or from out of the country.
Yeah, man. What I like about here so much is that like there's so many artistic people, creative people, and they're not afraid to express it. You know, like
Yeah.
they'll be openly about it and say, "Oh yeah, I do this, I do that," and there's just so many good vibes out here. And I feel like, regardless, like I remember like waking up and not knowing what to do that day, and then like ending up at some random place with a bunch of people. You know, like I feel like anything
Yeah,
can go down any given day out here.
Yeah. There's always something going on. It's never goes to sleep out here.
Exactly,
Sleep is
man.
for the dead.
Sleep is for the dead. Plug.
Yeah.
Hey, what's it called? But overall, like what do you like to do besides photography, man?
Besides photography, I like going to the gym for fun.
For fun.
I'm not buff, but it's fun. I like going out. We try. Well, it's hard not to go out, but you know, I like to drink. To be honest, I like it. I like that shit.
A tad.
Yeah. Most of the time we're either working or fucking at the bars. You know,
You go to a lot of bars.
not a lot, just the same one all the time.
You're regular.
Yeah, we just drink Hennessy, Nifty Hennessy.
Nice, man. Nice. All right, man. So tell me, man, like out of all the experiences and everything, man, like from what you learned, man, like what's some advice maybe you'd like to give your younger self? Like say if you could go back in time, man, what is something that maybe you know now that you didn't know before that you wish you would have known?
I wish I would have known to try everything. You know, to just fucking, you know, try different areas, especially in college. Mostly, I mean, high school would have been cool to know what the fuck, like what I want to do.
Yeah.
But in college, for sure, I wish I would have known to just try everything, to not be afraid of changing my major, to just change, you know, try different classes that I wouldn't have normally thought of. Like I just straight up went and did my GEs, and my third year, I still didn't know what to do, and just picked whatever looked easy. And I mean, I regret it. I wish I had a degree in something related to what I'm trying to do now.
What do you have a degree
I have a
in?
degree in healthcare administration.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And literally, my last year when I was working as an intern at a hospital, I was like, I don't want to work at a hospital.
You're like, what the fuck?
But then I'm like, I have like, this is my last semester. I either switch or finish, and I decided to just finish.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. I mean, it's also, I think it's because I'm first generation, and I had, you know, I didn't really have anyone guiding me or anyone telling me like, what I can do or what I shouldn't do. But see, like I don't know if you've seen that Gary Vee video where he's like telling people like this is a time where you just do whatever the fuck you want to do and just find like I wish I could go back and do whatever I want. But to be honest, if you don't have like wealthy parents or you got to start working, and it just makes it harder.
I feel like there's always a way if you make a way, man. I feel like everyone has their challenges and obstacles, but at the end of the day, if you really want something, like it's up to you to go out and get it, man. Like for example, me, man, like I was very very shy. Like growing up, I was the shyest kid ever, man. And like I just remember like I missed out on so many opportunities, was afraid to always speak up about how I felt about things and what I wanted to do, And until like maybe even graduating high school, man, that's when I was like, all right, like I really don't give a fuck about what people think. Well, I kind of still did, but but I was like, all right, now I'm just gonna go ahead and show the world whatever I do, and since then, like just go ahead and try new things.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure. That's what I would tell myself too. Is just to try new things and try everything. I mean, I'm still young, but it's like time lost.
Definitely, man. And for like any upcoming photography, what kind of advice would you give them?
For any upcoming photographers?
Yeah,
to just shoot constantly. Don't do auto, manual mode only. Watch a lot of YouTube videos because YouTube is like,
that's how I learn, man.
Free, it's free. You can just sit there and learn. Link up with as many people as you can.
I feel like networking is key.
Yeah. Even the meets, the photography meets.
Oh, yeah. Especially here in LA. There's like one every weekend?
Yeah, it's like every week. Yeah, for sure. Even during the week.
Yeah.
TFTI LA does it during the week. I don't go to many anymore, but that's just because I don't have time. I have evening classes and homework and all that. But I'd say to do whatever, especially if it's free, to just do it,
True, man. There's nothing like getting to know and being around people that actually do the things that you want to do,
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. All right, so before we go, man, like tell me, like where can everyone find you, man, for like everyone watching right now? Where can they reach you?
At Nifty Shots on Instagram. I don't use Twitter, so don't even bother. I probably should. I have niftyshots.la on Twitter.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, Nifty Shots _ yeah, that's how I know I don't use that. Nifty Shots _ on Twitter, and then at the Nifty Fits, follow my brand. YouTube, anything the Nifty Fits on Google, you'll find us. That's pretty much it. I'm working on my website too, but for sure it's gonna be probably niftyshots.com. I already have the domain. I just don't have the actual website.
Yeah. Nice, man. Well, it was awesome talking to you, man, and I hope everything goes well for you, man.
Thanks, man. It was good to be here. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, definitely. Before we go, man, today's actually fight night, man. Who do you think is gonna win, man?
When you guys watch this, Canelo's gonna be the new champion.
I agree, man.
Canelo's gonna win. No, it's gonna be a good fight though.
What's your prediction?
Canelo's gonna win.
Knockout or
he's gonna knock him out.
Knockout.
He already said it, so he's You've been watching interviews?
Yeah.
Knockout. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, it was good to go. It was nice seeing you again, man. And
yeah, for sure.
Hope nothing for the best for you, man.
Sure, thanks, man.
Yeah. Talk to you later, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Andrew. Thanks for watching my episode on the Anthony Brandon Show. If you guys liked what you watched, please subscribe, leave a comment, and stay nifty.